As long as I'm
gross.
not sick. I'll be depressed, but not sick. I'll take that.
To the point you can't even touch the GameCube controller adapters or anything anymore. All right, but we're getting right into game one. Another Marth versus Cloud match on stream. Zephyr sort of starting the threat of the charge, then immediately dashing in. Doesn't get his first conversion, but manages to get the cross slash on Coldweather's cross up. Early dash attack, I never really like that due to the fact that it's not safe on shield, and then on that top of that, it doesn't have nearly as much reward as low percents either.
Yep. And these two, Coldweather especially has been actually steadily getting better at this game. Like, we all joke on him, but his improvement actually has been rather real the last couple of months. He's slowly making his way further and further in these brackets, and I'm really curious to see where his upper echelon is, because I don't feel like we've seen it yet. He's definitely strong in some scenarios, but other times he still has a ways to go. But he's doing a good job against Zephyr right now. Just playing that classic Marth game, poking him off stage. I think he's trying to force him to burn his limit, but Zephyr finally finding a way out, jumping clean over.
All right. He doesn't jump there, sort of dips low and then jumps afterwards, but now he's lost his double jump, and so he has to use the limit.
Yeah. I like how Zephyr uses super early just so that there wasn't a chance that he could get hit and be in a worse position. Just
right.
Tagging Coldweather a little bit, saying get off, and going back on stage. And wow, that up air killing. That was actually probably a totally fresh up air, because I don't think I've seen him hit with that for multiple games so far.
Good dolphin slash to break out of the down throw cross slash, which is not a true combo for the record.
I mean, it's not, but it's an almost true combo if you don't have a reversal or anything like that. Nice spacing on that forward tilt right there, though. Coldweather going to take that stock without really bleeding too much on his second.
All right, manages to close it to 5% lead.
Jabs him off. He's doing such a good job of just boxing Zephyr into a corner. Zephyr, though, getting that cross slash, he's building up that damage, and Coldweather dropped shield a little bit early right there, too. He's eating so much damage just by raw cross slashes alone. Nice. Zephyr reading that air dodge, and that limit should be online any second. There it is. His win condition's online. Pivot grab is on deck, sending Coldweather high up in the sky. Now, just what else does he have to just land that limit? Because we all know that's on his mind.
All right, he hasn't started jumping around too much yet, so he's not fishing for the blade beam yet. All right, double F tilt and tries to go for the runoff fair. Doesn't manage to catch. One thing that I'm not liking here too much from Coldweather is that he's jumping pretty early and predictably, I think. And so Zephyr is going for the catch, but he sort of misses due to the air dodge timing. But I feel like he's not going to miss that long.
I mean, it's kind of like jousting the long one, because jumping as Marth, I don't think is necessarily a bad option, because he has that disjoint if you call him out on it.
Yeah.
I mean, Cloud still has disjoint as well, but it's just kind of like, who pulls the trigger first. And Coldweather isn't doing a bad job of that right now. He keeps on getting grabbed, though, and you can only land safely against Zephyr so many times, especially with that limit online. I don't think he's really looking to burn it too hard, but, it'll still always something in your mind. Like, so safe in that back air. Yeah, it's going to tag him over the dancing blade. It's going to take that game.
All right. Very solid stuff from both players. Coldweather actually not too far behind there. Definitely something that could have been evened up with. I don't like saying it like a quick edge guard or a tipper or something like that, because those conditions are pretty much always available for Marth, so those are like a given. But he was within a solid range that a regular, like say tipper fair or something like that could have done it for him. So he was definitely keeping himself in the game, but just didn't manage to close it out.
Yep, it was close. It was close. So let's see what the counter pick is, because, yeah, FD, because I actually really like this counter pick, because I feel like on your average counter pick stages like Triplats, Town City, Cloud does almost as good, if not better, than Marth. So just go back to a relatively neutral stage and kind of, mitigate that potential advantage that Zephyr could have.
All right, quick safe fair on shield, but then Dancing Blade sort of puts Coldweather slightly in the lead. All right, gets another.
Yeah, Colt's getting a lot of mileage off those dancing blades, and I actually really like it, just from a like gameplay standpoint, because it refreshes your move queue and also sets up for scenarios like that. Zephyr, though, taking just that little bit of advantage that Coldweather gave him, getting so much more off of it.
Yeah, that was a situation where he could have just dropped the ledge, but jumped slightly too early there, and then Zephyr took full advantage of it. Sort of doing the same to Zephyr as Zephyr had just, well, sort of doing the same to Coldweather as, you know, I don't even remember his names there.
Oh, that could be. I like what Cold went for there, but it just barely missed its mark. But I like Zephyr's DI too, DIing out of that dancing blade to potentially save his life.
All right, manages to catch on the jump up air. Doesn't get the full regular cross slash though.
Yeah, both their percents are a little bit too high for that to work consistently now.
All right, smart from Zephyr, sort of jumping around so he's not poked through the stage by that dolphin slash. Quick charge threat, but then goes for the up smash on landing, doesn't catch it, but manages to catch Coldweather in a down smash with the back air. Despite charge multiplier, does not kill.
Oh, I think he wanted jab to forward tilt there, but jab dash attack just works just as well too. It forces Zephyr to burn his limit. So Cold's definitely counting his blessings right now. Even though he's on the ledge, he's not in a bad position by any means. Up throw is not going to do it just yet, but yeah, it sets up great for that back air. Zephyr can only like let Coldweather get away with those landings so many times. The up throws weren't really getting him too much before, but it got him something when it counts, and that's big. Good read.
Very smart.
Perfect pivoting back to get him in good position in that down smash, but jab to F tilt. That's actually going to do it. Huh. Just barely. It looks like the tumble went away just before he went into the blast zone.
Alright, manages to, almost manages to get the pivot grab there. Slightly off in his spacing. Zephyr sort of dashing around, doing these movement fakes and managing to get the cross slash.
Good mash out, but that up B definitely was dangerous. All it took was one forward smash from Coldweather, but he was already jumping that scenario, so couldn't get too much more off of it. But looks like Cold still has the momentum from that scenario.
Yeah, I like the air dodge weight from Coldweather, but doesn't manage to catch, sort of goes a little bit either too early or too late.
Cold's shield's getting pretty low. I think Zephyr knows that, and he's just going to either like charge that limit or punish that you know, option if he gets too close. He's doing just that. Getting juggled so hard right now. Coldweather air dodges back to the ground, but the limit's still in line, 127%. It is bad. This is top 8, but there's still best of 3 zone. Back air not sealing the job just yet.
Good stuff. Sort of jumping around and terrifying Coldweather into just sticking in shield, and manages to get the grab despite sort of dancing around for a while.
I feel like both of them will take that trade though, because yeah, if you decide to do something that's not shield, you get tagged by back air or any of those other massive